It is World Bee Day, so it is no surprise that we are hanging out with the folks from Dutchman's Gold, and we are being joined by Angela, and we're going to talk about things like honey and hot honey and pollen and bees. Bees are everywhere here. I love it here.
Yeah.
I love coming here because if there weren't bees, we wouldn't have a universe. So.
It's so true. It's so true. I mean, this is the day where we can really pause and appreciate these bees and other pollinators, because bees are and other pollinators are responsible for pollinating 75% of the crops that we rely on.
Wow.
75%. So that's like fruits, vegetables, nuts. So we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the bees.
Yeah.
So to make things a little bit more simple, think about 1 in every 3 bites is because of a pollinator like a bee.
That's so true.
So it's really that chance to recognize that. But here's the thing, Emily, 1 in 5 pollinators is at risk of becoming extinct.
Well, that's the thing. People don't love bees.
I don't think they appreciate them, right?
We love them, but we don't love them when they're interrupting our picnic lunch.
Right.
And people tend to extinguish bees when really we should be creating bees.
Yeah. Exactly. And so when we're thinking about bees, we want to just have another thought about them and think about how they are for our earth and for our environment. And so when you say bees interrupting our picnic, it's probably the wasps, I just want to say. And
yeah, you're probably right.
Are the ones that actually don't pollinate or make honey. So they aren't really...
So we can get rid of the wasps then? Is that what you're saying?
Get rid of the wasps. Yeah. But go back to the bees.
Yeah.
And so it's all different types of honeybees, all different types. And so just knowing which ones are the pollinators and which ones might not be.
So how do you guys know how to get the best bees here at Dutchman's Gold?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
So it comes down to having a really good queen and making sure it starts there. And then from there, you want to make sure you've got good habitat. So wildflowers, making sure there's good food source for them, and low pesticides. Bees do not do well on pesticides. So that's one of the reasons why there's this habitat loss, is because of pesticide use, climate change. These types of things will weaken the immune system and then be at risk for bees and other pollinators.
So what can people do at home to encourage more bees, especially on World Bee Day? Because this is such a perfect example or a perfect opportunity, I should say, for you to get your entire family out, get the kids involved. What can we do to bring bees, pollinating bees, into our yard?
So I think that's a really good connection. I think kids are the most important to be talking to about this.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing today is really about for that next generation. And so simple things like planting wildflowers you can do. I mean, even in your backyard, you can do it in a planter. It can be anywhere. You can support beekeepers. You can buy bee-friendly products.
Amazing.
I think just giving a nod to those bees and not swapping them away when they're interrupting your picnic.
Okay, good to know. There's so much more coming up from Dutchman's Gold here on Morning Live. We're going to be doing a little planting ourselves, so make sure you stay with us. Lots more just ahead. Pollinator magic. That is what you're going to be looking for when you go to your local greenhouse to try and find plants that bees really love. So Angela's got me busy working in her garden, which I don't mind at all, because the more we can encourage pollination, the better off we are as a planet as a whole. Now, Angela, why are we planting these certain types of flowers?
It's a really good question. So we are doing a campaign right now called Let's Plant. It's one of the most meaningful campaigns we do here at Dutchman's Gold. And in partnership with Sierra Club Canada, we have a goal of planting 10 million bee-friendly, wildflower, pollinator-friendly seeds across Canada.
Wow.
And so we know, we talked about earlier how there's 1 in every 5 pollinators is at risk of becoming extinct.
Yeah, which is so sad.
It's so sad. And we're also at risk of, we don't have as many native pollinator-friendly wildflowers either.
Really?
And so, yeah, it's a whole thing. Monocropping, all this type of thing. So we are planting for the ecosystem. We're planting for pollinators. We're planting for the earth, really, and for that next generation. I think that's why it's so meaningful to me. I mean, you have kids, I have kids.
Yep.
We want to make things better for not only next year, but for the years and generations to come.
Better and easier.
Exactly. So we have things like wild bergamot, sage, purple hyssop, there's yellow coreopsis, a whole number of different types of pollinator-friendly seeds and flowers. So you can either go to your garden center, get some already, pollinator-friendly flowers, or you can get seeds as well that are actually pollinator-friendly too.
I'm trying to germinate, but I'm not very good at it.
It takes practice.
It does.
Yeah,
It's hard.
And you can go to our website as well. We actually have a whole list of native wildflowers that are native to your province. And so what's in Ontario, it might be different than what's in BC.
That's true.
Yeah. And so being able to plant these is really great. And yeah, we're just so proud of it. And we're doing it, like I said, for the next generation.
How many? 10 million?
10 million. So every purchase of Dutchman's Gold product will go towards this movement. And every year we want to make it better.
Wow.
So, and the cool thing is that the very plants and flowers that we're planting are going to be the food source for the bees.
It's true.
And then it's going to dictate not only for the bees, but the taste, the color, the honey, which we're going to do next.
Okay, that
taste some honey.
is like so fascinating to me. I love that portion. And it's what I find so bizarre is that my son, and I'm just going to throw this in really quick, has really bad allergies.
Yeah.
So we've started buying him local honey to our area.
Yes.
For him to eat it because it'll help with his allergy symptoms.
Because a little bit of the pollen is in that honey, and so a little bit of the hair of the dog gets his immune system ready for the pollen that's coming in allergy season.
It's the best. Okay, so tasting is coming up, my favorite part. We're going to continue to finish our little planting job here, but there's so much more coming up on Morning Live from Dutchman's Gold. But for now, I'll send things back inside the studio. It's my favorite time. It's time to taste. Back at Dutchman's Gold with Angela, and there are so many different types of honey. I didn't realize that you could have this many types of honey.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about honey is that the region, the season, the floral source, all dictate the taste of the honey.
So it's always a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. Always a little bit different. The color, the aroma, the smells. And Canada has some of the most amazing, beautiful honey in the entire world.
I believe it.
And so we should be very proud of having Canadian honey and having access to it. And so it's kind of like wine, right? Everything has, when you see the wine on the shelf, you know there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing is with honey. I don't think we appreciate it as much. We don't. We need to. And honey is not only a sweetener, but it's also a functional food. So it's good for you too.
Okay.
All right. So when we talk about different types of honey, so there's wildflower, which is kind of like, it's the late summer blossoms.
Oh, yes.
So it's kind of like that early fall, the asters, the goldenrod. That's what the wildflower is. And it's really good on yogurt bowls. It's got a little bit more of a richer taste, more robust.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a beautiful honey, and you can have it on different things. We put it into tea, have it on toast.
I was just about to say, tea or toast?
Tea and toast.
Cameraman Keith and I were talking about honey on toast on the way here.
Yeah, oh, so good. And then the summer blossom is our signature honey. It comes from the early summer blooms, the things that we see right now.
So much lighter.
Yes, right, exactly. So it's lighter, it's buttier, more buttery. It comes from like alfalfa, the clover, the things that we see that are blooming now a little bit earlier. So it's the early summer blossoms. It's unpasteurized. It's a more versatile. So you can use it in just about everything.
Right.
People are using it in their mixed drinks. Think about your summer margarita.
Yeah, like I don't even think about it. I'm just like, where's the honey? I'm gonna put honey in it. Where's the honey? What kind of honey? I don't care. Just give me the honey.
Exactly. And one of my most favorite that we have now, besides the raw honey, is our hot honey. So good. So it's basically our signature summer blossom, where you get that really beautiful Canadian summer taste, infused with international chilies. So you get that heat, that sweet heat, and you finish it off with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So it's so good on pizza, on charcuterie board. Oh yeah, you got to try.
I'm not even going to take your word for it. I'm just going to eat it.
It's become a staple now at our kitchen, on our table. Yeah. You can put it on grilled meats, on your salmon bowls. Bowls. Remember we were talking about bowls earlier?
Bowls are like the best thing ever.
It belongs in your bowls. And one of my favorite ways of having it, of course, is on pizza, but also charcuterie board. So if you have a minute too with that, isn't that so good?
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah. One of my favorite ways of having it is also with some sharp cheddar, and you just put it on here if your taste buds can handle it. But
my taste buds can handle it.
On a Mary's cracker.
You know me better than that.
So
Come
good.
on
Oh
now.
yeah, we're both gonna crunch this down.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Okay.
Yeah. So good.
Cheers to honeybees on World Honey Day. Get out, grab some honey. Dutchman's Gold, it is the best. Coming up, we're gonna check out the hive. Make sure you stay with us. Lots more coming up on Morning Live. Cheers. Okay, we found the queen. This is so exciting when you're able to find the queen bee in the hive. And you can tell the difference between the queen from the other bees is because they always have a colorful dot on them and they're a little bit bigger.
Exactly. And the queen lays 5,000 eggs a day. 2,000. Sorry, my dad just corrected me.
I know, I love that we've got your dad here.
Awesome. I love it. And so it's great seeing these busy bees here. We've got worker bees, there's drone bees.
What are drone bees?
So drones are the male bees.
I'll point them out to you. I just want her to be back inside.
Okay, we've put the queen back in. We're gonna get to see what the drone bees are, and there's worker bees, and then there's pollinating and honeybees, right? Like
Yeah.
the ones that make the honey.
Exactly.
So,
Which ones, Dad?
okay, so these are all workers except this is a drone here.
Oh.
So you can pick that drone up and it won't sting you. There you go.
Huh.
They,
That's pretty cool. That's so cool.
So bees actually have 5 eyes and 2 stomachs.
5 eyes?
5 eyes and 2 stomachs.
How do they need 5 eyes?
It's crazy. Yeah, I never knew that until today. So it's pretty amazing.
That's cool.
And you know what? It's not just bees who pollinate. There's birds, there's hummingbirds, there's bats, there's beetles, there's other animals and insects that pollinate as well, not just bees. And not all bees actually make honey.
Really?
Yeah. So you got a little bee in there?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do I have lots?
hang on a second.
I can hear it. You can hear it, right?
I can hear it, yeah.
Is it on this side?
Wait, maybe it's gone. No, it's still there. It's more up top, I think. It's crawling. It's in the front here, maybe.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Got it?
Hang on. Yeah, I got it.
Thank you. Okay, back to work. 5 stomachs, 2 eyes.
Yes.
Not only some bees do the pollinating, lots of other pollinators in the world.
Yes, exactly. And the mason bee actually is the most efficient pollinator, but doesn't make any honey. So that's interesting. And wasps, like we talked about earlier, don't do pollinating and don't make honey. So they're just pests.
They're useless.
Yeah. But honeybees are responsible for
Wasps?
pollinating.
I won't argue.
What's that?
I won't argue with you.
Okay.
You're saying the wasps are good?
Oh, wasps are good. Okay.
They do have a function.
They do have a function, but
Yeah.
okay. Anyways, but yeah, and so but bees and other pollinators are responsible for pollinating 1/3 of the global food supply. So really
Wow.
important, not only to, our own eating, but also to the food supply and other businesses. They contribute to $2 billion annually in Canada's food agriculture.
Wow.
So it's really important that we have that connection to the bees and to the earth and to our ecosystem and to everything.
And
So
what a way to celebrate it on World Honeybee Day. Thank you so much for
You're
having us.
welcome.
Always an experience. I love the
Yes.
fact that we had some bees right in our faces,
Yes.
literally. If people want to get in touch with you, or if they want to come to Dutchman's, they can just touch your website.
yes, DutchmansGold.com. You can check out our Instagram as well. Yeah,
Okay.
come on over.
And we'll have all the information on our website at chch.com.